So I'm hoping to actually put together a short YouTube video just with some basic tips for people getting started. Rather than starting a new save, thought the expedition might be a great way to kind of ease into that, and since it usually starts you off with a new character on a new planet and everything. So I'm going to see if I can kind of come up with some tips to help people who are just getting started, and some issues with the influx of new players in the game, some of the issues I've seen other people having, and hopefully help them out along the way.
Multi-tool and mining laser attachment operational.
So the first tip I'm actually going to give is to scan everything. And this can be animals on the ground, plants on the ground, animals in the sky as I'm doing right now. Even in caves, there's a whole different set of plant life, rocks, etc. to scan. And even some animals can only be found in caves and underground and underwater. So when you're scanning stuff, you want to look everywhere, look at everything. You'll see different icons for animals, so like there's an animal that's beyond that rock that I can't quite get to. There's a little flying bug looking animal. And so there's stuff that can be scanned everywhere. Then as you scan stuff also, you can even take it a step further and go into your menus, discoveries, and you can upload it, and this will actually get you nanites. And if you find all the animals on a particular planet, you can upload them further. That's not what I wanted to do. So if you upload all the animals, you can actually do another step and receive additional nanites for doing all the animals. So it's something to keep in mind to help get nanites as well as money, is just by scanning everything, because you do get small amounts initially just from scanning stuff. That one just disappeared underground, so I didn't get to scan it. But as you upgrade your scanner, you'll also start to get even more money from each scan that you do. So again, something to keep in mind as you progress and as you're getting started and just looking for easy ways to make money. Alright, so the second tip that I would give, particularly for early game, is that this game is largely going to be about inventory management, as you're trying to collect enough stuff to actually build anything interesting or kind of get your upgrades and equipment to a place where you actually want it to be. So just because you can build something doesn't always mean that you should build something. So I need to build a portable refiner, which needs metal plating. It only needs one piece of metal plating. If I go to my inventory, I could build a whole bunch of metal plating, but I'm actually starting off on this expedition. They gave us pretty decent inventory here, but if you're just starting, you might not have quite so much inventory, or you don't want to take up more spots than you need. So you're just going to build what you actually need, which right now I only need the one metal plating. So the third, fourth, and fifth tips will all take place in the space station. It can be a bit overwhelming your first time being here. There's a lot going on, a lot of moving parts, a lot of aliens to talk to and visit. But let's start over here on the left. This guy down here is going to be your mission agent. And taking these can help you get standing in different categories, as well as it can help you get useful supplies as well as money as you're just getting started out. So there are a number of these that aren't always going to be location specific, like kill 6 sentinels, and I'm not sure what's going on graphically there, but you can take this kill 6 sentinels mission and just kill them anywhere. It doesn't have to be anywhere specific, and you can kind of stack those missions so that you can do them multiple missions at a time. as well as some of these with photos. You can end up taking a photo on a random planet and sometimes fulfill a mission quest. So again, take as many of those as you can, as you think you want to. Some of the ones that deliver an item are going to be very specific, so you might not want to take those unless you're actually going to want to do them for that specific item or reward. But that would be my next tip. And then right above that is a place, going back to inventory management, where you can upgrade your inventory. Assuming you have the money for it, you can add inventory slots at every single space station. And that's an easy way to grow your inventory so that you can stockpile more stuff. There are free ways to grow your inventory, and it's actually a little bit more fun to do it that way. But if you're just getting started, this is my recommendation. Also, when you first reach the anomaly, which I haven't done yet on this expedition, you can upgrade your inventory at one of these, at the space station and at the anomaly in each star system you go to. So it's something that you can kind of stack and grow as you bounce from star system to star system and kind of grow your inventory rapidly, so that inventory management does not become such a difficult task over time. And the next tip that I would give, and it doesn't matter which merchant you're going to, but if you look at these merchants, they all sell different upgrade modules for things. And I would typically not spend your nanites, because early game nanites are hard to come by, on the C or the B class items. Sometimes probably not even the A class, but you can sometimes stockpile the S class modules, and even if you don't need them now, you might have use for them on a different ship later. So again, be conservative with your nanites. I've only got 1400 right now, so I'm not going to buy anything this second, but I generally would not waste my nanites on anything other than the S-class modules. Unless there's just something you're having a hard time with right now and you need to upgrade something just temporarily, but otherwise the C, B, and A-class modules are all going to get taken apart over time, because they're not going to be stuff you're going to hold on to, as opposed to the S class, or could be something that you're legit going to want to keep over time. So the final tip I'd give is to ultimately to follow as much as the story quests as you can do from these primary missions up here in your log. Right now I'm doing the expedition, so yours probably don't necessarily look like this, but doing these primary missions is what's going to help you unlock different building parts, as well as tools and weapons to use with your multi-tool, as well as with your exosuit and things like that. So having access to those will kind of help you move along the game faster, get access to better parts that will make the game ultimately more enjoyable. But beyond following the story, ultimately you want to play the game your way. You can follow the story at your pace, whether it means staying on the same planet or the same star system for a very long time, or bouncing around from one star system to another to figure out what you like and where you want to build. One of my favorite things that I've done is just going around on a planet, finding all the knowledge stones that I could for an hour at a time, and learning the language of the different aliens. So ultimately, just make sure that you are having fun and playing the game the way you enjoy it, and everything else will fall into place eventually. Though No Man's Sky is not my main game, I do play Sea of Thieves the most. Do want to let you know I do play games on Twitch quite often. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday evenings are my usual stream times. I do try to stream on the weekend when I can. So I'm happy to chat with you about anything gaming related, or anything at all really, if you just want to pop in and visit. PSP Ronin 177 on Twitch. Hope to see you there. Alright, bye.